hello everybody, and Evie, special guest that just decided to come in and plop down. Welcome to Hips Down Decompression. Sorry for a later start today, but life does pop up, which is kind of exactly why we're doing this series for decompression. So I'm excited to decompress after a frustrating afternoon, so hopefully you are as well. We're going to get back into that same breath that we did in our core class. So if you can remember, we talked a lot about getting that 3D breath. You want to feel your rib cage expanding on all sides, your abdomen expanding on all sides, and compressing on all sides as well. So we'll want to bring it to the mat. Don't disturb your kitty if there is one. And we're gonna have our feet on the ground. We want to feel that spine aligning with the floor, and you want to feel it all the way to the bottom. So keeping your abs relaxed, you want to feel for any tension, lift up by pushing down into your heels, lift up that pelvis just a little bit so you can really feel the low back on the floor. So we're going to start with our deep breath out, exhale all the air that we have in there. You're going to feel those ab muscles turn on. Keep that slight engagement as we inhale through the nose. And exhale through a big open mouth. Through the nose in. Exhale, big open mouth. In through the nose. On our next exhale, you're gonna go small pursed lips like you're blowing out birthday candles. Go ahead and stay in our hook lying position. Gonna turn just to the side a little bit. You can see the knees a little bit easier. You're gonna keep the feet in line with the hips and keeping our torso, shoulders on the floor. Let those legs flop from side to side, left to right. Gonna get some internal and external rotation of those hips as we do so. We're gonna go 10 times. Left to right. You want to keep it nice and low tension. Don't try to push anything. Instead, anywhere that feels tight, I want you to take a nice deep breath in that tight place. One more each side, left and right. And after that last one, go ahead, roll over all the way onto your side. Bend that lower leg, so that gives you a little bit of a sturdy place to lay on. And we're gonna also have that arm pillow up top. We're going to stretch this quad on top, so reach back for that ankle. Make sure our thumb is pointed up at the ceiling. Lowering the knee back down so it's in line with your hip. You're gonna squeeze your glute, tuck your butt under, and already without pulling on the leg too hard, you should feel a good little stretch there. Nice deep breath. I want you to feel that 3D expansion and compression. One more breath. I want you to aim for the rib cage growing on the sides, into the floor, in front and behind, and exhale. And gently release that leg. We're going to go over to the other side. Bottom leg is going to be bent. Use your arm pillow. We're going to grab onto that foot behind. Knee goes in line with your hip. And then we're going to tuck our butt under, just like you were doing on the floor for that breath. Sorry if I'm close to the mic. Again, nice deep breath. I want you to feel full rib expansion and compression. One more deep breath. Gently release the leg. We're going to roll back onto the back. You can put the feet back on the floor. We're going to bring one leg up, holding gently behind the knee. Think about that nice aligned spine on the floor. And then we're going to gently floss. You can point your toe for this. If it hurts too much with a flexed foot, don't worry about that foot. Just relax it, and we're going to do 10, straighten and release. This is a great way to floss that sciatic nerve. If it feels tight, especially if you do notice that you're feeling a difference from a pointed to a flexed foot, that's going to be mostly nerve sensation rather than hamstring. Hamstring doesn't cross that ankle joint. Four more. Just nice and gentle with that deep breath. We're going to gently put that foot down next to our cat and switch to the other leg. 10. Knee and ankle in line with the hip. Spine aligned on the floor. And last 4. And last 1. Excellent. Now we're going to do, you can either do this on the wall with your feet up on the wall, or I'll show you how to do it just on the ground first while I'm here. But we're going to do a figure 4. And if we're on the floor here, you're just gonna pick up that second leg until you feel a little bit of stretch in the hip. And we're gonna breathe from there. If we have a wall, we're gonna have the feet up on the wall, cross the other leg, and then slide that leg down on the wall until you feel the stretch. So for me, I'm gonna scoot just a little bit closer to my wall. Feet up on the wall, going to cross, and then slide it down. And I like this just because sliding into it, a little less tension. We're talking about just making this as relaxed as possible. So really just being able to settle into it. And from here we can focus on our breath. But if you're going from the floor, that's just fine. So from here, we're going to take 5 deep breaths. In through the nose. out through the mouth. Feel the whole rib cage shrink and expand. I'm going to take one more deep breath. And if you just holding that leg up, lower it down. If you're on the wall, you're going to slide that leg up, uncross, and back on the other side. Set up all the way into that figure four. Relax the tension. Let gravity do the work for you here. And deep breath. If you notice, you can sink a little bit deeper as you're breathing. Just let your breath take you there. Don't force anything. One last breath. And slide our way up out of our figure four. Let's roll it over. And we're going to get into our quadruped position for our next few moves. From this quadruped position here, let's make sure our shoulders are aligned right over the center of those palms, knees right under the hips. We're going to do our hip curls, so shift that weight over to one side just a little bit so you can pick up one of those knees. You're going to bring it into your chest as much as you can without moving the spine. Out to the side, kicking it up and back into extension, and then bringing it back into the chest. And you want to keep that back nice and straight. Take this circle through 3 times. Out to the side, fire hydrant, up behind, and then let's switch direction. Kick it up, out to the side, fire hydrant, into the chest, and again. And last one. Switch sides. Both knees down. Make sure our weight is adjusted. Shift it over. Start by bringing that knee into the chest. Fire hydrant out to the side. Kick it back and bring it back in full circle. Draw a big circle with your knee. One last circle, and then we'll circle the other way. Kick it back, to the side. And one more. Bringing both knees in for a landing. Take a moment to adjust. You want to roll the shoulders. Anything feeling a little too tense, shake it out. We don't want tense. And then go ahead, kick one leg out to the side. Make sure you're able to keep a nice neutral spine here. And then we're gonna rock it back. 5 rocks, 5 deep breaths. Take your time with this movement. Do not let the spine arch. Keep it nice and neutral. 2 more. And bring it in. Now it's time to do that other side. Leg out nice and straight. Keep the back neutral and rock. Get that full 3D breath. Don't lose it. If you need to pause, so you can find that breath again, go for it. Two more. And last one. Bring that knee in, back to our full quadruped, and we're gonna do a different kind of rock back here. So I want you to see how it looks for this leg. So what we're gonna do is kick one leg out to the side like so. So you're gonna windshield wiper one leg out, and then we're gonna do the same kind of rock back. So you wanna keep that spine neutral, just like we did for our adductor, but here we're gonna go for a little bit of hip internal rotation. So keep the spine, just rock it back as far as you can without building any tension in that. And what I mean by that is I don't want you taking it anywhere like you're like, ooh, push that stretch so hard that I can feel it tight. No tension. I want you to just go where your body allows you to glide. But maybe if you take a little breath, I might be able to glide a little further. Two more rocks. And you should feel this one more on the front side of the hip than inside. Go ahead, kick that other leg out. And 5 rocks again, straight back. And one more. Go ahead, bring those legs in, cross them so you can rock back into sitting position. And we're just gonna finish off with our ankles today. So we're gonna hold on to one leg so we have it suspended, a suspended foot in the air. See, I want you to be able to see it. Don't hold it this high. Relax, low tension, but I want you to be able to see the foot. And we're just gonna take a big ankle circle, just like we do with our hips. And I want you to do 3 in each direction. Think about our same deep breath. Big smooth circle. And go ahead, switch sides. Last ankle. Both directions, switch it up. And reach down, give those little feet a squeeze. Wake them up. Thank you, feet. Hopefully the hips and everything below is feeling nice and juicy and good to go. This would be a great cool down for any kind of hip intensive workout, squat workout, stretch out your quads, stretch out your hips, any of that, deadlift, heavy swings, heavy kind of stuff. So in addition to using it as just something to do that is easy and not stressful, you can also use these as some cool downs for workouts. So thank you for taking care of yourself today. Thank you for joining me for our second December decompression. We have one more on Christmas Eve, which is next week. So I'll see you next week for Christmas Eve. Until then, take care of yourself. Don't forget to decompress, and see you next time.